Hello and welcome to another episode of Supercoach Insider. My name is Chris and welcome to my team pod. Pretty poor week this week, guys, I'll be completely honest, but I think most people pretty much had a pretty average week. I'm just going to dive straight into it, guys, and probably be a little bit of a shorter pod this week. But yeah, 2072 was my score. Down a little bit on what I wanted to. Obviously got hit with a lot of the bad scores this week. I brought in Touk, Matt Roberts, and Johnson. So the three guys that didn't score well at all. And I traded out three rookies, but I managed to hold. So I traded Baker, Cowan, and someone out of the forward line. I can't even remember. Noah Long, who was obviously out. So I managed to trade those three, which were kind of dead rookies anyway. Held Jinby, which was important because I managed to field his score, which was a lot better than the other rookie scores that were on. But basically bled my bank dry. So yeah, used basically all of the bank to get up to Touk, and then that happened, and then what a nightmare. Dropped rank about 1,000 ranks now down to 2028. Better than I thought it would be, but not great. And let's go through. So I did one shining light is I did have the VC on Bont. So the 182 was in play, which was good. That did help me. But Dawson with his 78 didn't. Held McKenna, so he's probably gone this week. Held Jinby, obviously. Jones was looking terrible and then had a third quarter from nowhere. I think he scored close to 40 points in the one quarter. I didn't take his score, though. I actually managed to switch my team around and managed to put Philippou on score because I wanted to try and chase one. And then I lost 14 points doing that. So that would have been nice. I obviously held Green. So I know a lot of people traded Green. They would have got an extra 100 points or whatever because Matt Roberts was who I played on field for that. So I actually looped Johnson and then went, oh, right, well, he didn't score well. I'll play Roberts on field. What a bad idea. Lost points on that loop. Lost points on that loop. So, it's not great. But it is what it is, guys. Goulden obviously wasn't great. So I copped LDU's score, Miller's score. Yeah, so yes, I did have some poor rookies, but I also had some really poor premiums as well. Setterfield, obviously, with 76 wasn't great either. Grundy, where was he in the first half of that game? I think the second half, first half was on like 18 or 19 points for the entire half. And then the second half, he had like a 60-something point half. It's just like, what was going on? He had a low time on ground. He barely played any time in the first quarter. I think he was on 3 points at quarter time. Just terrible. Marshall, not much better, to be completely honest. Forward line, pretty good outside, obviously, Sheasel. Chandler, good with an 85. Rookie roulette here, so maybe playing Van Roon would have helped that, but I digress. So where do we go from here, guys? Pretty simple. So got to keep trading, got to keep upgrading, but we've got a few problems. We've got Grundy that needs to be traded out at some point. We've got guys that need to be upgraded. We've got rookies on field that we need to get. So we need to upgrade so we can get a rookie off field. We've got guys that are capped in terms of cash and scoring potential. So we've got to try and make some moves. I've already decided my next 2 weeks of trades. I'm going to go with them for you now. So I do need to get Grundy, but I've decided not to go to English. If I do go to English, basically it's 100k. I can't get the upgrade that I want. I end up just chasing shitty upgrades, and that's going to ruin my future potential scoring. So I've decided I'm going to hold on Grundy and go to Gawn next week once Gawn drops out of his cycle, which could be a bad move. It could be a genius move. But it also looks like Gawn will get forward DPP. So that's kind of why I'm like, okay, well, I can still potentially get English down the line and swing Max down into my F6 position. So we'll see how that plays out long term and how that works. But it does give me the ability to still upgrade my team and get out of some things. Obviously, the first problem I need to do is get rid of Touk. That is happening. So he's out short to medium term. Generally, what that means is somewhere around the 4-week mark. It might be 3, might be 4. But yes, he is out and he's going to be a must trade out. Unfortunately, because this is during the upgrades cycle, we're lucky that we've got boost in the fact that it's not going to necessarily impact my upgrade cadence. Out of my rookies, the one that's going is McKenna. I'm done with him. So McKenna's going to go. And then I'm also going to get rid of Philippou. I think he's done as well. His role's cooked. If you want to go into a little bit of that extended on I've just record our team pod, our overall pod, where we went through all the rookies that we're trading out and the reasons why and the role changes, etc. So yeah, you'll be able to have a look through there. But those three are going. It gives me a bank of 1.1 million. So we need to get one in. Now, I've been, if you follow my series, you know that I'm pretty hot on Day, and I've been waiting to get him in. Day's coming in, so that's the first one. Now, the rookie is going to be fairly simple. Seamus Mitchell, I think, obviously is a must have based on his break even scoring potential. Obviously, role and job security is iffy, but I mean, I think that's pretty common with any rookie that we're trading in now, and it's just going to be the same. So, obviously, defender forward helps too. He's going to be able to switch with Zeeble or Sheasel or whoever is in the other line there, which makes it a bit easier. And then, so the mid. So we've got 583. So there's two players that I've looked at. One is Josh Kelly. So now, obviously, I can move other people in. I can get, say, Sinclair in. I can get a Canelo in. There's other players that I can get in, but I have settled on getting a midfielder into this spot, mainly because the guys I'm looking to bring in, I feel like have a little bit more potential. So, Josh Kelly, they've already had their sort of bunny run. Comes off a 139 after playing Hawthorn. It's a bit of a downhill ski game, obviously. Was it Hawthorn that they played? No, who they play this week? All right, I can't even remember. Oh, Lions. Wow. Okay, cool. 139. But yeah, Lions have been leaking some midfield scores, and so they leaked 139 to Kelly and 136 to Canelio. Look at these next three. Or next five. Wow. So St Kilda, Bulldogs, Collingwood, Saints, Geelong, next five. Poof, hate it. That just goes, I'm not interested in that. So for that reason, I'm getting off Kelly for now. And look, they might be fixture proof in regards to role and score anyway. That is a consideration. However, I want to try and pick someone with more upside, and that for me is 100% Zach Merritt. So 5k cheaper. But lower break even. So that's one of the benefits of going with a Zach Merritt. But look, so break even of 87. So it's going up. That's happening. And then look at his fixture run. So this week's not great. So Geelong, but Port League midpoints, Brisbane League midpoints, Richmond League midpoints, and then West Coast North back-to-back games. Carlton have been leaking points all over the field. Freo, Port again. So yeah, it just keeps getting better. They do have this sort of harder run here. Adelaide, Geelong, Bulldogs, Sydney. But then again, on the run home, West Coast, North, GWS, and Pies to finish up. So hopefully Pies put the queue in the rack, and by that stage, and they're the minor premiers by 2 games, and then we don't have to worry about it. But yes, that leaves me with a grand total of 5k in the bank, 4,900. But it means that I'm able to do an upgrade. I transition out of an injured player, so one of my problems is fixed. I've got a future trade plans for next week. Pretty simple. So Grundy will become Gorn, Setterfield will become Oliver, and then I'll get a rookie in, probably Sin Cotter at this point via Wilmot, who looks to be the one that I'll be trading next week. Now, in regards to how I'm going to be lining up, so there are some things that you can do in regards to getting rookies off field this week. So one of them is I'm going to put get Roberts onto the bench. I'm going to put Jinby as a midfield rook there, and then I can loop Jones and Wilmot with Constable, which is a good thing. Obviously, Green's going to come in, so I'm going to put Golden back into the forward line, and that's going to allow me to get Mitchell off the field if I need to, as well. So, no, I don't want to do that. Come on, man. Why do you need to do this? And now it's freaking out. Of course, every time I record this pod, it freaks out. My beautiful fiance just rocked up with some wine and some ginger beer. Isn't that just what you love to see? Fantastic. Yeah, so that's how I'll be rolling in. What a legend. Thank you very much. More than just a pretty face and a smoking hot body. Yeah, so look, the benefits. So now I'm rolling with only 4 rookies on field. So Ashcroft is one of them, Jinby, Jones, and Chandler. So pretty, not. I mean, I suppose you could call Sheasel, whatever you want there. Look, and some McDonald's. Thank you very much, baby. So yeah, and then transitioning next week, I'll still be able to get a set of field. So it's not going to be necessarily a rookie off the field next week, but you got to strike while the iron's hot with Clayton if you don't have him. And next week's going to be probably the only opportunity that I'm going to be able to get him at 650k. So I'm taking that opportunity, and I'll need to trade a Setterville to do so. I don't think there's any other way that I can do it. So he will become Clary next week. Hold Ashcroft and Jinby for another 2 weeks at least. And then I'll be able to start upgrading these guys. But Ashcroft will be hitting towards 400k. Jinby will hopefully be hitting towards 350k. Jones, he's got a break even of 28 now, so he'll go up another, say, 10, 15k. Then we've got Chandler, he'll go up to 350. Van Rooyen should get to 300 quite comfortably. So there's enough money there to make these upgrades quite easily. And then the bench, yes, Davey's got a couple $100,000 there. Wilmot's still got a couple $100,000 there. Yeah, so I'm not worried about cash gen personally in my team, but I know other people are. Maybe they just didn't hit the right rookies, didn't get on someone like a Noah Long or a Van Rooyen or whatever it may be, but I'm in the fortunate position that I have. But that team to me looks fantastic. VC and CR did go through this as well in the last pod. VC is definitely going on Bont again, playing against who they line up against, Hawks. So I do think English is a good shout there as well. And then the C, how can you go past Nick Dacos versus Adelaide? I don't think he can. He's just on an absolute heater. And yeah, absolute gun of a player, and I can't wait. But yeah, it looks good. I think, am I missing something here? Oh, yes, I don't have Marshall on field. I was like, why does my projected score look so low? I think everyone's got pretty high projections, but at the moment, that's my projection there. So 2,460. Man, it'd be great to hit that. And it's kind of unders, really. I mean, I see, Stewart, that's a quite a low estimated return for Thomas Stewart, considering his average. Merritt could be higher. Green could be higher. I think maybe Hoppers is over. Maybe LDU. Setterfield, come on, mate. Come on, against Geelong. You got to do something for us. Grundy's probably overs at this point, but he may even solo ruck this week with off a 5-day break. Gawn could maybe sit this round out. We'll have to see what we can do there. Gordon's got to pull it together, otherwise he'll find himself Cornelio pretty quickly. That is the team, guys. That's how we're going. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you when I see you. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.